Hello guys, my name is Chris and I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how to set up the project and get you guys up and running as fast as possible. So to start, first we need to have Tesseract installed in our system. This is going to be what we're going to be using for the OCR. You can follow this link and choose the downloader depending on what system you're using. I've chosen, or I'm using Windows. You just click on this link and just follow the prompts to get Tesseract on your system. Once you have that done, you need to create the environmental variable Tesseract path and the test data prefix. Each of them tell you where they have to be pointing at. I've already set them up here. You could find them in the program files 86. Just copy the path to each and just paste them here and make sure you name them exactly as is. Once you have done that, hopefully you have cloned the repo or the repository. You can either download it as a zip file or open it in the desktop or use it with the SSH key. Okay. Once you have done that, you need to have a local MySQL account. Simple username and password, root. I'm using MySQL Workbench. As you can see, I already have the connection set up, but the way you would do it is here. You would name it whatever you want. I've named mine localhost. Keep that, put root as username, and in the password you can put root there as well. Here in the default schema you're going to put VIR. So let's cancel that. I already have done so here. So you're going to see here that this step is to create a schema. So once you have that created, you're going to run two scripts, two SQL scripts, one for the tables and one for the data. So these would be found in this path. Okay, so you can see here code via the backend, SRC main resources, and they're right here, the data and the schema. They look like these. This is the schema for the, I'm sorry, this is the table for the words. This is what the table would look like, and this is the table for the users. So if we go in here, you'll see the tables here once you run the query. You're going to have this table here for the user and this table here for the word. Once you have that, you would need to run build for Windows or build.sh for Unix systems. Once you have run those, this is going to do is build both the front end, the back end, and build the project as a whole. Once you have that set up, you need to have everything green. I will show you in the next screen, but you need to be in the /code directory to execute any of these two. And to access the application, there's going to be a localhost 8080. So once you have run the build command from the /code, to show you where that should be at. So it should be from here. So you are in the 3.0 from here. So you can shift and open a command window here. It will put you there. So once you have done the build command, you would get at the end 3 success for the front end, success for the back end, and success for the project as a whole. If you have a failure on any of these, you can further go to their corresponding README files. So let's go back to here. If it's successful, once you have 3 successes, you can now start your application with start.bat. That's going to run the current jar file. This is what it looks like. and once it runs it, you can access it in localhost 8080. So let's say that the backend failed, and we need to see what's going on. This is the backend here. Okay, to have the backend set up correctly, first of all, we have to make sure that your Java home is set up correctly. Secondly, you need to have both M2 home and Maven home as environmental variables. So let's go back to my variables. They should be here. There you go. The Java home is set up correctly, pointing to my JDK. The M2 home is pointing to Maven, and also for the Maven home. Another thing that is very important is to set up this password. This is the encryption key that you will need to use the application. Otherwise, you're going to be reading garbage. You're not going to understand what you're going to be reading. So this is going to be given to you in a separate file for security. To build, you would just type in mvnw build. This will build the backend on its own. You will get a build success at the end of the process. So it will look like this, but it will just say VIR backend and then success. It will tell you how long it took. As you can see, it takes quite some time to build the project. Same thing for the front end. If the front end is not working perfectly fine, you would come here and you would do the steps. So first of all, you need to have installed Node. So in order to install Node, you would just do npm install. You see here, and of course these needs to be done from the front end folder, from the front end directory. So first things first, you will run npm install. It's going to take some time. You're going to see all of the dependencies being installed. Once that's done, you will need to run npm start, and this is what npm start would look like if it's done successfully. If you see anything else other than this, you will see it in red, and it'll tell you there's an error going on somewhere. So this is accessed on localhost 4200. The difference is that 4200 will connect. Well, you will see you can see the changes that you do on the code once you save each file dynamically. So every time you save a file, this would reload again, and it will load up again on 4200 on localhost 4200. You need to have access to any of the databases. You will need to have both local host 8080 up and the local host 4200. So do that in the background. So once you do start.bat, you're gonna see that this is starting up the backend server. So while that's doing, we continue. Npm start is to start up the front end. To build the front end, you would do npm run build. To run the unit tests, you would just simply do ng tests. You will see whether it would fail or it wouldn't. It should pass. Ng e2e is to execute any end-to-end tests. And let's see here. Okay, so perfect. This is the server that started. This is the backend, and this is the front end. So any changes that you do in the code, you would see them through 4200. The backend will be in the background. The front end will be your main access point. So that sums it up. That should be everything you need to know to have the project running. If you have any questions or if you have any problems with it, this project could be tedious to set up. Hopefully this helped. You will be given my information as a guide or to help you out if you guys need me to further assist you. Thank you so much.